Prepare to be enchanted by the stunning natural beauty of Jasper National Park, Canada, as we unveil the top 10 must-visit places that will leave you awe-inspired. From serene lakes to towering peaks, these destinations showcase the park's incredible landscapes and diverse ecosystems. Whether you're an outdoor adventurer or a nature enthusiast, these spots offer a perfect blend of tranquility and exploration. Get ready to immerse yourself in the breathtaking vistas, encounter local wildlife, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Don't miss out on this ultimate guide to experiencing the unparalleled charm of Jasper National Park. Discover some of the most breathtaking landscapes in the Canadian Rockies when traveling through National Park, which is home to some of the park's most breathtaking attractions. Learn about the fading Medicine Lake while taking a cruise on Molen Lake, walking along the towering limestone walls of Molen Canyon, and going on a cruise on Molen Lake. At Pyramid Lake, you can observe several animals that are native to the area, such as sheep, elk, and bears. Experience breathtaking panoramas of the towering mountains that surround the glacier that is the easiest to reach in the world. Molen Lake, which is fed by glaciers and is the second largest glacier-fed lake in the world, mesmerizes visitors with its vivid turquoise waters and breathtaking skylines. Anyone who plans on hiking to Molen Lake should also make the effort to visit the lake's Spirit Island, which features one of the world's most well-known vantage points of the Canadian Rockies. Travelers can reach the region, which contains the lake, which is located to the east of the Icefields Parkway in the southern part of the park, using their own automobiles, riding in an excursion bus, or even participating in a motorbike tour. Visit the Jasper Motorbike Tours website in order to make a reservation for a motorbike tour. When vacationers arrive at the lake, they have the option of participating in a number of different trips and excursions, or they may simply explore the surrounding area on their own. Many of the previous guests noted that there are numerous options for taking photographs. Thus, it was suggested that they carry a camera in order to take pictures of the breathtaking surroundings. Recent tourists, on the other hand, cautioned that both the trip and the rentals of non-motorized watercraft came at a relatively high cost. Jasper Sky Tram. A little more than 7 minutes is all it takes for visitors to Jasper National Park to slide up about 7,500 feet to the edge of the mountain summit at the Whistlers. Those who make the journey will have the opportunity to witness vistas of 6 different mountain ranges, as well as colorful rivers and lakes, and the town of Jasper, after riding the longest and highest guided aerial tramway in Canada. The Jasper Sky Tram has the capacity to carry up to 26 passengers in each car, in addition to the flight attendant. Flight attendants serve in a similar capacity to that of tram tour guides in that they are able to answer any inquiries and point out interesting locations. The advice of previous tourists is to time your excursion for a day with clear skies and bright sunshine if you want to get the most out of the scenery. They also suggested donning hiking shoes in order to complete the 1.5-mile climb to the pinnacle of the mountain, where visitors may take in even more breathtaking vistas than they could on the way up. Athabasca Glacier. The Athabasca Glacier, which is rapidly melting away, is a popular tourist destination for people from all over the world. Icefields Parkway provides excellent access to the glacier, which is located inside the expansive Columbia Icefield, which separates the southern portion of Jasper National Park from the northern portion of Banff National Park. Visitors are able to reach relatively close to the edge of the glacier thanks to the hiking routes and guided tours. It is possible for tourists to hike out onto the glacier. However, officials do not advise doing so due to the presence of hidden crevasses, which have been responsible for the deaths of tourists in the past. Recent visitors have recommended that you take an ice explorer excursion onto the Athabasca Glacier, if you are interested in exploring the surface of the glacier, or if you are simply looking for a fantastic tour. Previous visitors gushed about how fun the tour guides were and how much they appreciated being able to safely explore the ice. Each excursion lasts between 2 and 3 hours, including 20 minutes spent walking on the glacier itself, and all of them include access to the Glacier Skywalk. Molen Canyon. Molen Canyon is a tiny canyon that can be found around 7 miles north of the downtown area of Jasper. It winds for slightly less than a mile within Jasper National Park. Some parts of the breathtaking canyon are only 7 feet wide, while others are more than 150 feet deep. The canyon is shockingly green, and there is an enormous amount of plant life in the area. This is in addition to the geological features of the region that are distinctive. Recent visitors were enthusiastic with the area's 2 hiking routes that wind their way through it. The longer version follows the gorge and has 2 more bridges along the way, while the shorter option follows the canyon and spans it via 4 different bridges. In addition to this, the longer path has a slightly lower population density. Previous hikers have also mentioned that the parking area at the trailhead might become congested, so they recommend getting there as early as possible. Lake Anette and Lake Edith. Lakes Anette and Edith are 2 lakes in Jasper, Alberta, Canada that are separated by the Athabasca River and are located just a short distance to the north of the town center. These lakes are ideal destinations for either a leisurely stroll or an action-packed excursion. Picnicking, grilling, lounging in the park's iconic red Adirondack chairs, and exploring the park's many hiking paths are all activities that visitors can enjoy during their time there. Recent tourists were taken aback by the turquoise color of the water in the lakes. They suggested bringing a camera in order to take pictures along the Anette Loop, which is the most popular hiking trail in the region, and is paved, making it a good choice for hikers with less experience. Athabasca Falls. Athabasca Falls is situated close to the Icefields Parkway and around 30 kilometers south of the city center of Jasper, and it provides visitors with breathtaking panoramas from a place that is quite convenient to reach. Because there is parking just a short distance away from the falls, this is a convenient alternative for vacationers who are looking for an activity that does not involve a lot of stress. Despite the fact that the water may not actually drop very far, approximately 75 feet, the falls are famous for their raging torrents of water. The variety of viewing points and adjacent paths is a particularly attractive feature of the waterfalls for photographers. Recent tourists to Jasper National Park referred to the Athabasca Falls as an essential destination inside the park. They also mention that you do not have to spend an entire day in this location. Nonetheless, they recommend taking the time to view the waterfalls from all of the different vantage points that are available. Others advised donning shoes with good traction due to the fact that the walkways and stairs frequently become slick due to the spray from the waterfalls. Visits to the falls are not charged. Whitewater Rafting. Rafting experiences are a terrific excursion for those who are looking for a high level of excitement, and they are an excellent way to view some of the more remote sections of Jasper National Park. The majority of the rafting companies stay on the comparatively placid Athabasca River, which is a good option for families because it passes through the southwestern part of the park and is a popular destination. However, the Athabasca River does still have Class 2 rapids, and passengers will need to use the wetsuits that have been provided to them in order to keep warm during severe weather. Rivers such as the Fraser and Sunwapta, both of which feature Class 3 rapids, are excellent options for intrepid travelers looking for a more testing experience. Whitewater rafting in Jasper has nearly unanimously garnered wonderful reviews from previous visitors, with particular praise directed toward the numerous opportunities to take in the breathtaking surroundings. They also value the fact that the rafting trip is suitable for participants of all ages, including children. Glacier Skywalk. Do you suffer from a fear of heights? If this is the case, you should generally forego going on the Glacier Skywalk. Everyone else should seriously contemplate making the journey out across the U-shaped walkway that stretches out over the Sunwapta Valley. The architectural marvel enables guests to safely step out over the natural edge of a 918-foot cliff, and the glass-floored walkway provides them with a one-of-a-kind perspective of the natural surroundings of the area. Recent guests were impressed by the uniqueness of the Glacier Skywalk's glass floor and the breathtaking views that could be seen from the observation platform. Despite this, many recent tourists have voiced their opinion that the views do not justify the high cost required to access the skywalk, particularly given the abundance of other vantage sites in the surrounding area. Marmot Basin. In the 1920s, Marmot Basin was mostly used as a layover for cross-country skiers, but today it is a full-fledged mountain that caters to downhill skiers and snowboarders and features 91 different slopes and 7 chairlifts. Even though the majority of the terrain is rated as either intermediate, advanced, or expert, there are still 30% of the runs that are appropriate for beginners. Skiers looking for a challenge can take advantage of the mountain's wide backcountry, as well as the mountain's modest terrain park. After you've worked up an appetite from all that activity, you can choose from one of the 3 on-site restaurants, and there's also a store just in case you forget something essential. Previous guests remarked on how much they enjoyed the wide variety of runs, which are designed to accommodate skiers with varying degrees of expertise. They also recommend attempting to locate a discount to balance the price of the lift passes. The mountain provides different bargains depending on the season and through its Marmot escape card program, so try to find one of them and offset the cost of the lift tickets. Meenlake Hot Springs. As the hottest mineral springs in the Canadian Rockies, Meenlake Hot Springs provides an excellent alternative to the otherwise physically demanding things to do in Jasper National Park. Water flows from the mountain at a piping 129 degrees Fahrenheit before being cooled to the much more manageable range of 98 to 104 degrees. When you're not soaking, you can take a walk along the Easy Source of Springs Trail or challenge yourself with the roughly 5-mile Sulphur Skyline Trail. Also on site, a gift shop and the Fiddle Valley Cafe, which serves a variety of meal options. Previous tourists praised the abundance of soaking pools and beautiful scenery. However, the changing rooms received mixed reviews in regards to their cleanliness.